Welcome, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts Podcast, where we discuss the everyday questions that make us or break us if we let them. With your hosts, Drew and Daniela. Take our hands and let's walk this journey together.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Meaningful Hearts Podcast. Today it's just me, and today I want to talk about what we do for others. What is within our, capability to really impact others. And I know this is something we may have spoken about before, and people talk about this on a daily basis. It's important to be kind. Can you do one act of kindness a day? Can you put a smile on somebody's face? So in some ways, it's a bit of a generic topic, but I guess the way that I want to talk about it is a little bit different. I recently had family from Colombia visiting. Now, if I believe we've mentioned this before, but Drew and I live in New York City. And for a lot of people, coming to New York City is a lifelong dream. People save and really, really, really want to come here. And for those of us, at least myself, who live in New York City, life is very tough. It's very expensive. But I'm certainly very appreciative that this is where I live. But in any case, people's lifelong dream is to come here. Now, it was my cousin, her husband, their two kids, and my aunt, her mom. Now, my aunt and my cousin have been here before. My aunt actually lived here, and my cousin had been here years ago, but she was like 15, and she's in her 30s now. So they're familiar with New York City, but not in the ways that it is now. Now, my cousin's husband, he is not just a part of the family because he's my cousin's husband, but he really has become an integral part of my mom's side of the family. Now, New York City is one of those things to him that was like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm here. This feels so surreal. I can't believe this is happening. I want to see and do as much as possible. And I personally love that kind of energy because when I go places, I want to see and do as much as possible of where I am because I don't know when I'm going to get to go back there. And even if I would have a chance to go back there, there's so many other things that I could experience in life. So would I really want to go back there, or would I want to explore other places first and then see if I'd go back to the first place to begin with? That's just a bit of a side note. But in any case, he was very, very excited about being here. And so was his son, their son. Their son is, I think, 8 or 9. And it was really a heartwarming experience to be able to not just spend time with them, but be a part of the process of enjoying one of the things that they've looked forward to for forever. There's so much to see and do in New York City. And I think those of us who live here actually don't get to do a lot of the touristy stuff because we spend a lot of time working. So yeah, they were enjoying it so much. And the look on their faces it was incredible to me. I ended up taking a day off work one of the days that they were here, and I took them to the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, the Freedom Tower where the 9/11 memorial is, and also the Brooklyn Bridge. My cousin's husband was like, I really want to do the Brooklyn Bridge. Like, I cannot leave here without doing it. Like, that's just something that I've seen in pictures and movies. And so we did a lot. I mean, they did a lot the whole time that they were here, but on the day specifically, we did a lot. Now, like I said, living in New York City, I don't do a lot of the tourist stuff. So it was definitely an amazing experience to go to the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island and learn. There's so many things that I literally had no idea that like was fascinating information. So I combined that with being able to show them, being able to see, wow, like that's the Statue of Liberty. It looks smaller than I thought, but then you get up close and it's like, oh wow, no, it's actually very big. And the look on their faces was really, I guess, irreplaceable. I don't know if that's the right word. But then when I took them to the Brooklyn Bridge, I honestly have no words to describe how in awe my cousin's husband was. It was almost like, I can't believe that I'm here. Is this actually happening? And it was fantastic to be there and his son. And I mean, it was fantastic to be there for all of them, but them two in particular who had never been here. It was such a rewarding experience. It honestly reminds me of times where I have felt like it was worth it in my work with my clients, where my clients say, oh, I did something and I thought of you, you'll be so proud of me. Or, wow, I did this week and I'm proud of myself. Those type of experiences are very rewarding for me. And I think in general, as human beings, we tend to feel good when we help other people feel good, because we get to say, yeah, I had a part in that. I did that. And so this was the experience that I had with them. We shared a lot of laughs. We shared a lot of excitement, and they were definitely super tired. As a side note, if you're ever planning on coming to New York City, definitely bring comfortable walking shoes, because you do a lot of walking here. But yeah, so sharing these experiences with them was really impactful. And I guess that's where the idea for this episode came from, is the things that we do for others. We really have no idea how much of an impact we can have on them until we witness it with them. You know, the look on somebody's face of like, yes, like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. It's indescribable. Especially, I guess, in some ways, family. Now, we all don't have the best relationships with family. Some of us have great relationships, some of us don't. But regardless, whether it's family, friends, or just, I guess, somebody random, it really is important to think about what we can do for others, because what we do for others is really a reflection of what we can do for ourselves. And that's what I leave you all with. How can I or you leave a positive impact on somebody else? What can I do for my neighbor? What can I do for my best friend? What can I do for my partner? Because a lot of times we get stuck in this, what are people doing for me? I am definitely guilty of that. Sometimes I sit and think, man, if people just knew what I'd been through, if people just knew what I had felt, excuse me, if people could just understand. But in a lot of ways, it's very self-centered. And I think don't get me wrong, I think it's okay for us to have moments like that too. But part of the way to, I guess, combat that or work through that is thinking about, okay, I'm feeling pretty shitty. What can I do for somebody else to help them? Because if I help them, it's going to help me in return. And so that's food for thought today. A quick, short episode, I think. And yeah, I hope it was insightful in some way. Thank you all for listening, and we will catch you on the next one.